By way of definition, sickness is the state of being ill, the feeling or fact of being affected with nausea or vomiting. Most humans are not comfortable with the state of being sick, but seem not to know how the sickness came about. After receiving modern medical treatment, which suppresses the symptoms, but leave the underlying emotional causes unattended to, and getting well, the cycle of falling sick and looking for treatment repeats again compulsively. Compulsiveness implies something that is not conducive for consciousness. The most common cyclic sicknesses plaguing humans are malaria, typhoid fever, cold, nausea, seasonal flu, coughing, headaches, stomach cramps, indigestion, stoling, vomiting, menstrual pains, but to mention a few. The human being is a microcosm of the macrocosm. The human being and the universe are one. The entire universe is a psychological projection of the human body makeup, but expanded, and seems fragmented into the 5 elements. This is what is creating the mental division in the senses. It is unthinkable that any part of the universe can fall sick. Why then is man, the human being, made in the image and likeness of the universe, the macrocosm, is falling sick, and has become addicted to systems of treatment generated from human skills instead of consulting nature for remedy? It is coming to the knowledge of the general public that most sicknesses are limited intellectual creations from human skills. Those that are intellectually smart have been confused with those having natural intelligence. Thus, the most modern systems of treatment, although approved by the authorities, only aggravates the problem. From the introductory paragraph, sickness is defined as the state of being ill. What state of being have you chosen to manifest? Everyone's experience in life is based on their personality, and their personality embodies their thoughts, feelings, and actions. Thus, whenever any sickness occurs, it's time to change the thought and emotions, actions that generated them. Every sickness affecting the human body today is generated from within, except disease outbreaks that happens from without through human compulsive experiments or deliberate machinations and begin to attack within.
The systems of healing from sickness must be such that it has to be consistent with life itself. If it isn't, then it is not healing. The components have to be from life.
The human body by default was designed to be self-contained, a monad of infinite mathematical energy. The body has the innate ability to heal itself, if the right environment is provided, through fasting. Thus, chemical-based systems of treatment is not compatible with the human body. True treatment must contain the elemental makeup of the human blood, which can be found only in nature, not the laboratory of Big Pharma. According to Hippocrates, one of the many founders of medicine, if someone wishes for good health, one must ask oneself if he is ready to do away with the reasons for his illness. Only then is it possible to help him. This implies that sickness is from the food and drink choices humans make, not being conscious of the nutritional composition or the mental state of what is received into the mouth and the consequences. Sadhguru's inner engineering has brought to the fore that the human physical body is just an accumulation of food. Hence, in the yogic culture, much attention is paid to food, because what kind of food you put into the system has a tremendous impact on the kind of body you have constructed. There's a whole yogic science of what to eat, how to eat, and when to eat, or when to fast. Because the food you eat is either feeding a disease within that will manifest as sickness, or fighting disease and stopping them from manifesting. Nearly all diseases have their origin in the invisible nature of man. This is the fundamental concept of the Hermetic medicine. There's one vital substance in nature upon which all things subsist. It is called archeus, or vital life force, and is synonymous with the astral light or spiritual air of the ancients. This vital life force, or astral light, is astralized in the stars, animated in the animals, humanized in human beings. This light vegetates all plants, glisten in metals, thus producing all forms of nature, and equilibrates all by the laws of universal sympathy. This vital energy is the light which exhibits the phenomena of magnetism, which tinctures the blood, being released from the air as it is inhaled and discharged by the hermetic bellows of the lungs. This vital energy has its origin in the spiritual body of the earth. Every created thing has two bodies. One is visible and substantial, while the other is invisible and transcendent. The transcendent consists of an ethereal counterpart of the physical form. It is the derangement of this astral light body that causes much diseases, hence medical doctors must be vast in the knowledge of astrology. There are 7 primary causes of disease. 1. Evil spirits. Evil is reverse live, adverse thoughts, thoughts about an external adversary, caused by taking what is not compatible with one's psychological chemistry. The contrary energy produced begins war among the body cells. 2. Derangement of the spiritual nature and material nature, overindulgence in sensuality. 3. Unhealthy or abnormal mental attitudes, melancholia, morbid emotions, excess of feelings, such as passions, lust, greed, hates, resulting ulcers, tumors, cancers, fevers, and tuberculosis. Gems are minute creatures born out of man's love of unnatural beauty. 4. Karma, the law of compensation, cause and effect. 5. The motion and aspects of the heavenly bodies. The stars don't compel the sickness, but rather impelled it. Every body part corresponds to a star or planet. 6. Misuse of faculties, organs, or functions such as overstraining a member or overtaxing the nerves. 7. The presence of foreign substances, impurities, or obstructions in the body. This implies that diseases could be prevented or successfully combated in 7 ways. 1. By exorcism. 2. By vibration, solfeggio frequencies or mantras chanting. 3. Talismans and amulets. 4. Herbs. 5. Prayers. 6. Prevention rather than cure. 7. Practical medicines, bleeding, purging, or natural body detox, and similar line of treatment. Health is the natural state of the human being, while sickness or disease is the result of man's disregard for the dictates of nature. If the macrocosm cannot be sick, then man, the microcosm, must be in perfect health, manifesting divinity.